This interview is actually kind of hilarious. I mean, we're all accustomed to Kanye by now. We know his MO, at least most of us do, I would assume. But, it's still hilarious. It's still funny. I'm going to break it out for you guys because the reason for him walking off the interview this time is completely ridiculous. Completely, come on, man. Apparently, Piers Morgan shorted him 1 million subscribers when he was talking about how many subscribers Ye had on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. He said Kanye West had 32 million followers on Instagram when Kanye West actually has 33. This set off a chain reaction that basically resulted in Kanye West walking off of the interview.
Yeah, West is rarely out of the headlines at the moment. It's fair to say the headlines are equally rarely positive. The rapper, producer, and fashion designer is currently working on a new album. Several new tracks were previewed on a recent live stream with his friend Sneeko. And both Sneeko and Ye join me now. Well, welcome to Uncensored. Ye, we haven't spoken for a while. How are you?
I'm doing good. I don't use the term West, the whole drop the slave name idea.
Okay, so we just call you Ye, yeah?
Yes, sir.
So already Piers Morgan is getting the man upset, and he's right. How are you going to have a guest on for an interview and you don't remember their name? Or you don't know their proper name? The man's name is Ye. That's not hard to remember. Okay, think about if it was you. Okay, think about if it was you, Piers Morgan. If you change your name, because I don't know, you said something about slavery or whatever, so your family was enslaved by the Morgans, right? Or you were servants or whatever, right? Right, so you change your name from Morgan to Gan. You just leave the Gan, like Genghis Gan or something like that, because that's kind of cool, right? So your name is Piers Gan, right? And you go on the BBC and they're like, hello, Piers Morgan, how are you today? You would be upset, right? You would be angry, okay? So this is totally justifiable by Kanye West. Point one, Kanye West. Come on, man, you got to do better than that.
Okay, well, look, when I last interviewed, we had a long conversation. And since then, a lot has happened in your life. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity to try and talk to you about some of this. How would you say your life is at the moment?
I mean, you see that view?
Yeah. Your life is good?
Well, judge it on the view as the answer to how my life is.
Now I'm going to analyze Kanye West's body language here, and if you look at him, obviously his legs are wide open, almost 180 degrees. He's laid back. Everything about his body language is very relaxed, and there's a smile on him. And that view is amazing. Let's not lie to ourselves. That view behind there, I want that view. Because we all want that view. I kind of live near to a view like that. But I'm tired of that view. I want to see a different, amazing view. That's why I want you guys to subscribe to the channel. I mean, he looks very happy. He looks very relaxed. So I guess the key to happiness and success and, being laid back and stuff like that, you got to make really weird music. You got to make a clothing line that's completely bizarre and overpriced, and I guess just say a bunch of ridiculously insane shit and put it up on Twitter. But let's continue on with the interview because he gets even more upset with what Piers Morgan says next.
Judge me by the view.
Well, the view is Mallorca. I've been there. It's a beautiful place, and for all intents and purposes, you seem very relaxed and happy. That is in direct contrast to your public image at the moment over the last couple of years, led by your ferocious... Well, hang on, let me finish the question. Led by your ferocious use of...
No, but I already disagree. It's not in contrast. There's so many people and artists that are championing the idea of someone being able to just express who they really are and have been able to go through the war of being attacked by the banks, being attacked, by the banks. That's the best way to put it, being attacked by the banks and to still be here with this view. Is, that's the win. So I think I'm in contrast to your contrast.
Okay, but the point I was going to make is that I watch what you put out on X. You've got 32 million followers, so you're one of the most followed people.
See, wait. Now look right now. You're not going to take inches off my dick, bro. Like, how many followers do I have?
Well, how many is it?
I think you could do the study. You got a whole staff over there.
I thought it was 32 million. How many is it? You obviously know.
I mean, Don't help them out. You know, they.
I'm told it's 33 million now. So congratulations. You're slightly bigger following than I thought.
No, congratulations. Your information is correct. You're not just some, dude trying to sub. I'm a gift, bro. You know what I mean? Why do all you people in media act like you haven't played my songs at your weddings or graduations or at funerals or when your child was born? You take somebody that's living like a Lennon, a Michael Jackson.
Kanye West is comparing himself to Michael Jackson. Which part of Kanye West is like Michael Jackson? Okay, and what songs are you talking about? Where he's talking about what songs that people play at the weddings? I mean, I guess you could play Gold Digger at a wedding. I saw if you tell my money. You could play that at a wedding, I guess. But like, what songs is he talking about am I going to be playing at my child's birth or at a funeral? Okay, I'm asking. I'm not familiar with the full library of Kanye West music. But what is he really talking about here? I don't understand. And then he's going on. The only part of him that I could compare to Michael Jackson is his level of insanity. Like, you could compare that, okay? But in terms of music, I mean, very real, okay? Obviously, the man has made some good music. It's not like, I'm not going to sit here and say he hasn't accomplished anything. But, like, come on, Michael Jackson. Come on, man, come on.
And you just take all this time to just, like, that nuance right there. It's idiotic. It just shows the hate that you put out for people that put love. There's so much love in the art that I put out.
What are you talking about? I haven't said anything.
What are you talking about? It's dirty. Okay, now you're not taking accountability or responsibility.
You said it. You implied I haven't played your music. Of course I played your music.
No, sir. This is what you get for now. We can circle back when you can count.
Okay. Where's he gone, Sneeko?
That's it for Ye. But it's nice to meet you, Piers.
Look, Kanye West is like a billionaire, and so I'm just going to assume that he knows something that I don't know, okay? He has the girls, he has the view, he has billions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to assume, I'm not being condescending, I'm just going to try to be humble and assume, look, there's some things that obviously you can't agree with everything he does, right? The swastikas flying on his pages are just unacceptable. But I'll assume that there's some higher level tactic here that is beyond my comprehension. That has resulted in him having the wealth and the affluence that he has that I can't comprehend. That's what it has to be. It's either that or this man is insane. All right, guys, so Mr. Fiesta 24/7, if you want to see this interview in its entirety, the link will be in the description. Okay, it's a very long interview. There's a lot more to it, but these were like the highlights. These were the most important flashpoints, the most important things that happened, okay? And what do you guys think about Kanye West? Do you guys think that Kanye West is the next Michael Jackson? Let me know in the comments.